One thing I do want to point out, though, is something I should have said in the beginning. Matchmaking Griffball is very different than League Griffball in the sense that in matchmaking you have timed rounds and you only play 5 of them, where in the League it's actually originally set 9 rounds, no time limit. And the average game is usually like 15, 20 minutes, which you thinks that's bad, but actually my last playoff game, we broke the record for longest game at 1 hour and 16 minutes.
You broke the record by like 25 minutes too, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was your longest round?
I think we had a 35-minute round.
Wow.
18? Is it 18?
You
I lied.
watched the-
It's
you watched the
18.
tapes.
Shout out my teammate told me. But there's a lot more to the league though than just actually us admins in the league function. And we have 2 fan sites, I guess you could call them. The first one is grifball.org, which was created by Leo over here, and we're gonna give him a chance to basically tell us a little bit about the concept of grifball.org.
Well, I was around when Bernie was creating Griffball. I played a few games with him, and I realized that after they made the 8 tournament, that Griffball was probably going to turn into something bigger because the Rooster Teeth people had grabbed onto it. So I made a fan site then, and I updated it about the tournament that was going on with my co-founder, Jesse Ortiz, and then just from there, that's where we went off.
I remember Leo will register just about every Red vs. Blue related domain, and after we made Griffball, and it was going out, they said, maybe we should register grifball.com, see if it's been registered before, because I'm afraid Leo's going to go grab it before we do. Literally 5 minutes after we did it, he goes, hey, this Griffball thing's getting big, I'm about to register grifball.com. I said, it's already gone, buddy. He goes, I got grifball.org, and I'm like, fuck, I should have got that. So, and you actually, did we have it for a while? Did you give it to us, and then we gave it back to you, or did you just keep it the whole time?
Just kept it the whole time. Redirected, I think, for a while.
Yeah. And you guys came up with that logo, too. You guys came up with the original logo of the cross things. Was that it, too? Anyways, early on.
I don't think that was us. I think that was Luke.
That was Luke.
Yeah, that was Luke.
That makes sense.
Thanks for the credit, though.
Yeah. You think Luke's not here?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the projects that go on over at .org?
Well, over at .org, our major project, the central thing about Griffball.org is Griffballpedia. Roosterpedia was created, and that inspired me to start Griffballpedia. And what happens is people make pages about themselves, their teams, and it's just it's a history of Griffball. And it's interesting to go and look and see if there was a controversy, I don't know, a team stat padding against another team, it's on Griffballpedia. What players played in what league, what their stats were. And it's really interesting if you're really into the game to go and look at that and just see the history. Then we have Griffball Scoop, also known as Delta Report. It's Delta Report and Griffball Scoop. For the serious players, we analyze teams, how well we think they'll do based on their chemistry, the skills of the players that are on the team, the host that they have. Jesse, Army Man 09, and Delta Force take care of that. Then we have Griffball Buzz, which is our kind of weekly podcast. We're kind of sketchy on that, but we talk about all the news that is happening. We update on griffball.org. We've started recently capturing videos of gameplay for people to watch. If they can, sometimes games are streamed online for people to watch, or if someone wants to go back and watch a game and they don't want to load it onto their Xbox, we'll capture the game and we'll host it online so people can see. We have a lot of Oceanic Griffball. We've started doing a lot of Oceanic Griffball and UK coverage because we realized that they weren't getting covered a lot. And they may not be as big as the US League, but it's interesting to cover their stuff and try and pull more people into it.
Speaking of something at Griffball, Men's, you were kind of on the frontier of that, correct?
On the frontier of what?
Wow.
I can't hear you over here. What do you say?
Attention, bud.
Remember what I said earlier? Douche.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
But something at Griffball.
Oh, something at Griffball, yeah. It was created by our second commissioner, and it was a way to, it kind of along the same lines as the neutral host games. You put another player in the game who has the capability to stream the game online to Justin.tv or, I can't even think of the other one right now, Ustream. And so as the game's actually happening, you can have anybody who wants to watch the game hop into this Ustream channel, and they can watch the game as it happens from there's view boxes all over the court, inside the wall, actually right by one of the plants and up above and on the side of the court. So. And we actually have a really, really, really good forger. His name is Run Knockyard Run. And his maps are the official maps every season, and he's also the maps you play in Matchmaking Weekend were created by Knockyard, and he's fabulous. He's probably the best forager I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Canadian.
And he's Canadian.
Those of us who played were really happy to see that, because what was originally happening, where people were so excited about playoff and final rounds that they would sit on players' websites on BNet and just refresh the page, refresh the page.
Oh, I still do that on games that aren't streamed. I do that all the time.
Yeah. And what would happen would be we would go into a game, we'd play a game, we'd get out of a game, I'd then log on, or whoever was in charge of logging on and actually reporting the game officially, and find that there was already a thread dedicated to, hey, look, Cannonball against this team, and this is what happened, and then this happened, and this person got this, and we're like, we've barely even talked to the other teammates yet. How do you know about this? So we were actually pretty excited when that came about. That was awesome.
And just to clarify, with Sunday Night Griffball, it's actually kind of like an optional thing. It's not official league status, but it's run by, I guess.
I think Sketchin's our primary cameraman.
Yeah.
He has two different connections. There's people that are worried about him streaming the game as it's being played, causing some lag. But he has two different internet connections that he's running through, so it really doesn't affect the connections in the game at all, which is very nice.
And one of the things that's nice about it is it's actually optional, obviously, for teams to decide. And the captains can talk about it, be like, hey, I want this game streamed live. You contact somebody that has a camera, and you just do it. People show up, have a good time, make fun of your poor play.
Yeah, that hour 16-minute game was really fun to watch. Everybody was like, just score already. Like, we want to go to bed.
I'm really glad I was playing, because I guess they were kind of tearing you apart. So
Yeah, you weren't playing very good that game. I'm sorry.
Does he ever?
Not that you ever do, but
hey, look, I wasn't negative 60, so. All right, so let's kind of go over to moving on over to the Griffball Hub. What is the hub, and what do you guys do?
Alrighty. Well, hi there. Are y'all with us still? I mean, you look fairly interested. Yeah, we're getting some waves. There's some people awake. Well, Griffball Hub was originally a private forum for teams to go and do some private chatting on teamwork and strategy and stuff like that. And we kind of decided that after the league had grown to, was it 174?
I think we maxed out at 192 teams last summer.
So yeah, and that was just the rookie.
And that was just one. We only had one league at that
We had
time.
one
So yeah.
league, okay. So yeah, you can imagine there's a lot of players. If you can imagine a maximum roster of 8 people times 192, you got a lot of people starting to play. But what we were finding was people were having a real hard time finding the resources that they needed on grifball.com and the forums, because with the number of people, the more threads were created, and the harder it was to find all the information you needed to start up a team, learn some of the tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So we decided to redesign the site back in January, February this year, and we relaunched early February as a new player resource, and we were really focused towards the amateur league, because we understand that, although the pro players are really awesome, and yeah, they play really well, except for Mukau, and it's the amateur league that grows the sport, and it has continued to do so. So we want to put the resources out there in one central repository, and hopefully it makes it easier for people to get what they need. So grifballhub.com started up, and through word of mouth, we are now up to about 300 page views per month. We publish a special highlight video, which we shall be showing here shortly, as a special edition. It's an exclusive. It has not been released yet to the public, and it will be posted on grifballhub.com at the end of the night. What we're planning to do is basically bring articles to you that show you how to play Griffball, how you sign up your team, and give you all the basics you're going to need to start and continue playing the game.
And they're fantastic at it.
And he's Scottish.
Yeah, seriously.